So if you've seen a previous video of mine, I used to be Mormon. So, and I grew up Mormon. Growing up Mormon is definitely a trip, especially if your parents are very fundamental or just, hard on obeying all of the things that the church leaders and the prophets say that we should and should not do. So with that comes a lot of restrictions on how you dress. So I'm in my closet. I just wanted to show you guys just how conservative things have to be. And so here, this is basically a t-shirt dress, except there's a slip. Sorry, not a slip, a slit in the dress that, oh my gosh, I can't do things. That's right here. So it hits about here. So it's like halfway above the knee to the crotch. So that's a no-no. That's way too big of a slit. Excuse me. So I would wear leggings underneath in order to keep that modest. And since with the church, I would wear the religious undergarments, which is basically a t-shirt type of top, but for women, it kind of does a V here. I think it'd go to about there. But since I have big honkadonks, it doesn't matter what kind of those garments I would have, because you would still see cleavage, but seeing any kind of cleavage is a no-no. It's immodest. So with that being said, if I were to get a dress that is like this with a deep V, I would have to wear a t-shirt underneath or some kind of undershirt or thing to hide the cleavage and the garment, because the garment will be showing it. You're not supposed to see the garment at all. You're not supposed to be wearing things that are see-through that you can see the garment underneath. So with this, I would have to wear a t-shirt underneath to hide all of this see-through part on the top. Now, just thinking about that, I mean, how many things are there in the world to buy that fit these extreme standards? Because in the world of fashion, especially for women, mostly everything is immodest according to the dress code for the church. So that made it extremely frustrating for me, because I did not want to have to buy something to then have to wear something underneath it in order to make it modest. Now, there were some exceptions, like with this dress I just showed you guys. This is a thin material, so wearing something underneath it wouldn't be uncomfortable. However, if I were to have gotten something that was like, regular material, that like this, and I were to have to wear a t-shirt underneath, that's 3 layers, because I have, well, I'm not counting the bra, but you have a bra, then you have your religious undergarment, and then a shirt on top of that to hide that, and then whatever fashionable thing you want to put on top of that. Like, that's too many layers, guys. Like, that's so many layers, especially because I grew up in Louisiana. South Louisiana is hot. It's humid as all heck. Like 100% humidity in the summertime, and in the wintertime you can still have like 60% humidity. It's crazy. So you get really hot. When you get sweaty, you're just drenched in sweat, in wetness. It's so nasty. I live now in Utah, ironically, Mormonville. But yeah, so I'm transitioning away from my thought process of what can I wear to what do I want to wear? What do I think just looks nice? For example, this shirt. I really always thought that tank tops were really cute, but being Mormon, I cannot wear a tank top because it is immodest. But so now, oh my gosh, it feels so good to just have my shoulders out, like the coolness. And then not wearing the religious undergarment underneath. Like, I'm not hot, I'm not sweaty. Because it's also shorts. Like, the shorts would be a few inches above your knee. And the material is not breathable. They have a material that's called, I forget what it's called, but it was supposed to be the most breathable fabric and designed for when you get sweaty to not be heavy. However, the material just absorbs your sweat. So then it feels really like tickly, soft. I don't know. It's hard to explain because it's just so weird, but it's disgusting because you just have this, like you have this wet undergarment on that's just wet and it's gross. Ugh. Yeah. So, okay. So now I'm being able to actually figure out what I like to wear fashion wise, because really, when you're Mormon, you can't really have a fashion statement, to be honest. I mean, wearing sleeves and conservative, all covering. I mean, that's just conservative. Conservative is a style in and of itself. You can't have any other style. So I have gotten some things that I really enjoy. And if I can get it out to show you guys without, oh my gosh. What is happening here? I hate it when this happens. What? Okay, here we go. So it's basically a tank top dress with a high slit on the side that you can kind of adjust. And oh my goodness, this thing feels so good. I love it so much. Chef's kiss. It's just super nice. Like, another weird thing is that I did not realize that I actually like wearing dresses and skirts. So this is going to sound weird, but being Mormon, I thought that I just hated wearing it. But turns out it's not that I hate wearing it. It's that whenever I would wear a skirt or a dress, I would be so self-conscious about making sure that the garment is not showing, making sure that I'm pulling it down enough, that it's not riding up, not showing the garment, because the garment showing is a super no-no. So, like, I got rid of a giant amount of anxiety by just deciding to dress how I want. It's like, unless you've experienced it, it's hard to put into words. It's like the most liberating thing ever to realize that I actually enjoy wearing these things when I'm not having to think about, is it covering my body correctly? Yeah, so I bought that dress. I don't have any other dresses, but I got this shirt and I got a few other tank tops. This one. This one. This little bag here is a moth begone kind of thing. I really like gold, so that is my thing. I like gold rather than silver. Let's see, where's the other thing? Oh, here it is. This tank top. It's a lot more purpley than you can tell in the picture here. I do have a spaghetti strap tank top. Is that what you call it? I don't know. And then there's another one that I have that's red, but it's in the wash. It's just a plain red tank top. But yeah. Oh, so these short shorts, like, obviously you cannot wear these when you're Mormon because you have to be conservative. So just like a couple inches above the knee is where you'd be able to have something. So being able to just wear shorts and pants without that extra long undergarment, short underneath, man, it just feels so good. I don't feel like I'm restricted to my movement because I have this weird tight thing on, because the cut of the material is horrible. It's horrible. If you have a big butt, like they don't make them for people with big butts. They make it for people with small butts. So you have to buy a bigger size that will accommodate your butt. But then the strap, not the strap, the elastic here will be very wide. So you're constantly pulling it up because it's falling down. And there's a very fine line of the size you can get. Because if you get, particularly for me, if I were to get a bigger size, then it would be falling off all the time, like super too big, even though it fits my butt comfortably. And we're not supposed to adjust them. Like, when you get these garments, you get them in the temple because you're making covenants with God to, be modest and follow the church rules and all that. And the garment is a representation of that covenant that you make with God. And part of it is that you do not adjust it to wear things like this. Like, you can't hide it underneath. You're supposed to wear it at all times, except for the obvious, like showering, swimming, obvious things, exercising. So you're supposed to be wearing it all the time, except for those activities. And you're not supposed to adjust it at all. So like, you're not supposed to pull it down in order to accommodate a lower shirt. You're not supposed to tuck it underneath if you want to show midriff. By the way, you cannot show your stomach at all with the Mormons. You can't fold it so that you can wear these short shorts. You can't do anything. And there have been, I've seen TikToks of people talking about how it was not fitting correctly due to how they have a colostomy bag, which is where, that bag where your excretions come out there instead of out your booty hole because of medical reasons. But they called the church headquarters people who like design and make the stuff or whatever, whoever's in charge of that. And they said that, no, you can't cut it up and adjust it and redesign it so that it accommodates your medical condition. Like, that's ridiculous. Seriously. Like, come on. I just can't even. Like, I can't even. It's nuts. I can't even. Oh, I forgot. One thing I just wanted to mention is, if you see all the shirts that I have, like, they're plain t-shirts. This is everything that I've had from, being Mormon. Like, those few shirts I showed you guys is the only stuff that I have that I've gotten since deciding to not adhere to these Mormon standards. So everything is a t-shirt. Everything is a t-shirt or a long sleeve shirt or a hoodie or just pants. Because what shorts out there are not shorts or to the knee? Because I never wanted to wear to the knee because that's hot. Like, there's a couple more inches that I can be showing, but shorts are not made for that. Like, it's just a weird length. So, yeah. Anyways, it's just really nice to just wear what I want. And, yeah. I'd like to talk to you guys about some other things, but I'll leave this video on just the topic of clothing. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and comment, and it'll give me ideas for videos to make about just talking about this. Well, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe and like this video. Thanks.